So probably won't be doing any more displays until the fall semester. So I think this tape can come down. So today I'm going to start on a new project. I was given this bag and I just don't want to promote this company. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide the red part. This part I want to keep Kind, Chicago, and Lakeshore. And let me show you how I'm going to do that. So what I did is I cut out a piece of paper that would fit over that. Basically, this is the ideal I have. So this is going to kind of cover up the red. I've got to tweak it a little bit. Got to get more, got to cover up this part right here, and I don't want to cover up the H. But yeah, I want to cover that up. I'm just going to paint onto the bag. Once I tape off this area, the exact area that I need, so it'll end up looking like that. I'm making sure to paint from the tape into the cloth material because I don't want any bleeding. This is actually gesso. It acts as a primer. This is the same thing I used on the Golden Lady, except the one I used on the Golden Lady, it was clear. This one is white, so it'll give me a really clear surface to start the painting on. One thing I'm thinking about as I'm doing this is that I feel like I want to use a roller brush on this. So I got a roller. Yeah, this is going to be much better. I almost got some on the other I think that's the H. So I got to be careful about that. So I've got a first coat on, I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to come back with another coat. Gonna let that dry, and probably gonna do at least 2 more coats. So if you want to keep your paintbrush sort of fresh without rinsing it out between different coats that you have to do, just take a plastic bag or like a sandwich bag or anything like that, anything plastic, and just wrap your brush in it. Like so, and then just twist it up, close it up, and then just put this in the refrigerator. It'll keep your brush moist, and the paint will still be, the brush will still be moist. It won't, whatever material you're using on the brush, it won't harden up. So just a little tip I learned. I was going to use this fabric paint, but that's going to take way too long. I will use that fabric paint in another video where I want to do like some original designs. So I decided to use this acrylic, which all of the paint is acrylic. This is a very similar color as the fabric paint. So one of my favorite artists that I follow on YouTube is 1000, and if you've seen any of his videos when he does characters, he never like really paints like flesh tones of like a white person or a black person or, you know, any sort of ethnicity. He uses just different colors like, you know, blue or orange. So I thought for this painting, I'm gonna sort of steal from his sort of style, and I want the skin of this person to be green, because at the end of the day, we are all different shades, different hues, but what's inside of us is all the same. And if everybody would really sort of heed to that notion, this world would be a better place. With that said, I'm going to get started now. on painting the face. This is also going to add some color to the bag with it just being the black and white. So I'm kind of excited to see how this will turn out. Hopefully it'll look nice. I think one of the things as an artist, at least for me, one of the things that I struggle with when I am working on a painting is not being patient enough. I want it to be done like so soon, and painting is really a long process, and so I just really have to work on not being so impatient, just not being so hard on myself to try to finish something up, you know. But I'm a work in progress, just as this is a work in progress, and hopefully I'm getting better. Hopefully when I take the tape, when I remove the tape, I'm hoping that there won't be a lot of bleeding. One thing I'm going to do with this is I am going to outline all of the shapes of the painting in black, just to give it more emphasis, so it'll look more similar to like maybe a comic book sort of drawing, where, you know, all of the parts of the picture, or like if you make a person, it's outlined in black, even with the eyes. And this whole part, it'll go against the back of this sort of black, sort of grayish color anyway, so it should work. Now, because I use that gesso, which is like the primer, this paint is taking very, very well to this fabric, so I'm glad I did that. I'm just kind of leaving some of the areas not with so much paint, because I am going to come back in, like I said, with that black lining, and also just to do some sort of blending with the different paint colors. And so for the hair, I think I may want to do a blue. I think the green and the blue will look really nice together. So shake it up. This is the color blue that I'm going to use. I didn't want to use black because I wanted to stand out against the black. So yeah, I think that'll look nice. And again, I'm going to go like this part and right here. I'm going to go over that with black at the end. But I kind of want, you can see I left some of the green on the brush because I wanted the colors to sort of blend together, so that you see some of the green in the blue. And I do want it to sort of have a little bit of texture, which is why I'm sort of blotching, however you say that, blotting the brush on instead of just brushing it on, you know, solid. But I do like how some of the green is sort of coming through in some of the areas. When I go in with the black the final part, I will remove the tape. It's right here. I just want to blend that a little right here. And so while I'm at it, I will go ahead and do the eyebrows. So now I think I'm going to work on the eye, and then I'll go around and just sort of touch up just sort of like shadows and highlights. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in with the shadows, and basically that's going to be black. So when you mix brown and blue together, it makes a tone of darkness or black, but it won't be like this black. So this is what I will use for the lines, the outlines, and then this is what I'm going to use for the shadows. So I think I should do the shadows first and then save like the line work for last. That way I can go over any sort of imperfections, or I may end up doing it vice versa. I'm not really sure, but I'm going to start out with these two. Going around the outside with the brown, what I'm doing right now is gonna actually sort of give like a shadow effect, because I'm still gonna go around with the black to outline it. And then if I want to make this just a little bit more dimensional, I'll just come in like that, and then I'm gonna soften it. Wow, I'm actually pleased with that. I think I had said I was going to go around with the black, but I really like how the white looks. Goes with the letters. Put a clear varnish on it so it doesn't come off. But yeah, this is the finished product. So pretty pleased with it.